Hello again, I am Blunty. Now I'm going to waffle on a bit if you don't mind while I show you some shot-for-shot comparisons between the camera in the brand new iPhone 5 against its depreciated sibling, the iPhone 4S. If you do mind that I'm going to waffle on a bit about it, you can always mute and listen to some music of your own choosing. No sweat off my sack. Now, so-called iPhoneography, and I kind of hate that word, but you know, it's what it's called. It's been surging in popularity with each sequential new iPhone model as the cameras get better and better, and the apps to edit and share improve right alongside it. To those who haven't muted me yet, let me be very clear about this. I am not interested in hearing some loudmouth internet random blither on about, why not just use a real camera? Nor am I interested in hearing about what other make or model of phone some tedious bleating fantard thinks is better than the iPhone. This video has one purpose, and one purpose only: to be a useful guide to those people out there who do engage in and are passionate about the unique challenges and connected advantages of the iPhone as a shoot, edit, share photography tool and as a practical instrument for very useful videography, and to examine whether or not the iPhone 5's camera is a significant enough jump forward over the 4S for people who prioritize the camera performance as one of the key reasons they're thinking about upgrading. And make no mistake about it, there are people out there right now creating spectacular work and indeed making cash money selling work created using iPhones to shoot video and images. So if you're interested in arguments about dedicated cameras or other makes of phone, I invite you to take your tedious warbling elsewhere. I'm trying to make something useful here, and I don't want that kind of noise in the comment section here. So try and be useful, or insightful, or simply just stay on topic, or kindly bugger off with the quickness of a stabbed rat. Now, as you've been seeing already through my almost certainly fruitless attempt to culture a useful comment section, the difference between the 4S and the 5 isn't the same huge leap forward we saw between the 3G and the 4. Every shot you're seeing was taken with the default camera app, and I took great care to make sure both cameras were focused and exposure metering from the same point in the frame. There is a slight difference in framing, you'll notice, because the iPhone 5 actually has a slightly wider field of view. Some shots are direct from the camera roll, some have been edited in aperture. In cases where there has been some editing, precisely the same edits were made to both images. The 5's main advantage over the 4S begin with sharpness, with Apple having refined their lens design again and apparently building it to finer tolerances. You're still getting the same image resolution of 8 megapixels, but there's noticeably more detail resolved within that 8 megapixels. The difference is less pronounced in video mode, of course, because of the reduced total resolution of a 1080p video, but the 5 has some key advantages here too. It's much smoother and faster to adjust to changes in exposure when moving between different light levels, or when something large passes in front of the scene momentarily, like a light rail train or an American tourist. In both stills and video, the 5 is also better at setting auto exposure to preserve the highlights. And the white balance, which in the 4S always sloped fairly heavily to the warm side, has been pulled back a bit. It still delivers a warmer image than true white balance would, but this time it's usually a bit more natural and subtle, and I think quite pleasant actually. Contrast and color saturation are fairly equal under most conditions. When it comes to the more challenging lighting, the 5 deals with things a bit better, not only coping with flare better, but also keeping things from washing out. The macro mode is just as good on both devices. There's not more than a beestick difference between them practically. Focusing distance and speed is as near as makes no difference identical, but the better lens on the 5 will still give it the edge in resolving more detail. The digital zoom on offer is the same magnification on both devices, and while I'd never actually use it myself, and I shall pull a face that will immediately communicate my disdain and vile contempt at anyone I do see using it, those who do choose to be colossal numpties and use digital zoom will find the 5 once more offers a slight improvement. Better lens and perhaps better interpolation offer a marginally crisper result. All in all, much like most everything else about the iPhone 5, it is simply just a bit better in every way. If you like to use your iPhone for simple snapshots of the coffee you just ordered and casual video of your cats doing mildly amusing things, you won't see much practical difference. And you will continue to be an insipid bore to all those you inflict your bland imagery on. But if you're a little more serious about your iPhoneography and have some crumbs of talent and ability in your pockets, along with the loose change and small plastic dinosaur you call Simone, I think you're certainly going to enjoy the extra detail, less noise, more accurate palette, and much improved low light performance that's on offer in the iPhone 5. The iPhone 5's shots also tolerate editing, effects, and filters better too because of all those little improvements adding up, so you can play more without turning it into a horrible muddy mess. As for video, in addition to the benefits common with stills, the considerably faster and smoother exposure adjustments are very welcome. The better lens does help with better detail, though of course not as significantly as in stills. The better microphone placement on the iPhone 5 will help get better, clearer audio too, which is also very welcome. And there is of course a huge difference in the front-facing camera. This time it's 720p as opposed to 640 by 480, and as you can see here, the difference in image quality is just night and day. It's lovely and crisp over here and all washed out and a bit grainy over here, and finally we have a camera that's actually useful for doing two-camera stuff. And the front-facing camera is now a tool worth actually using for those of you who spend time on both sides of the lens. YouTube vloggers in particular will appreciate the huge improvement. Aside from all the image quality stuff, actually shooting with the iPhone 5 on a hardware level, especially for video, is a much better experience thanks to the screen, which is not only larger, which is nice, but a proper 16:9 format, so no more of this double tapping to shrink and letterbox your frame so you can see what you're actually shooting at the sides malarkey, one of the things I truly hated about its predecessors. The screen itself is also easier to see in bright conditions. It's less susceptible to glare and being washed out in bright conditions. So, it's a better tool to use, and it delivers results which range from slightly to noticeably better. Hope this was helpful to you. Thanks for watching. I'm Blunty, and I'll catch you next time.